Welcome back to another weekly Forexcast. All right, so getting right to it, just starting with the dollar index. We see that last week we ended the week bullish. All right, so going into this week, it looks like bulls could be still in control. Here I am on a weekly chart. Really from this major double bottom from this level of demand, price continued this upward movement, had a rejection from structure here, and we see it ended the week up. All right, so we have a nice bullish close here that formed on a weekly. All right, so at this level of structure, we're really at a break or bounce type area. All right, looking at this, we're moving up. Price had a correction down and found support right here. So it's looking like we could see this dollar continue to give us one more wave up. All right, but once we continue to get to higher levels, you still want to watch the dollar because this could be just one more move up to then sell off. All right, but if this gives us strong confirmed bullish pressure above this level, we could possibly see price pull back but continue to give us a bigger corrective move up. All right, so keep that in mind. But the dollar is still at levels where, you know, it could pull back a little bit more, but it's still at a level where it could roll over. So, but as of now, the bulls took control to end last week. So as day traders, we're just going to react to what we see, you know, week to week, week by week, day by day. So if we look at Euro USD, all right, the market actually just now opened. All right, so if you see here on the weekly on EU, all right, we had a nice rejection from this level. So looking to the left, price started forming major, nice downward trend structure. All right, and we broke structure right here. Broke that major demand structure to the left. Price came back with a nice retest rejection and now showing signs of continued move to the downside. So looking at this type of close on the weekly, all right, we got a bearish engulfing here on the weekly, nice rejection. For me, that's a sign that the sellers are still in control. All right, we could go down to the daily chart. Same thing here. We have a nice bearish engulfing here on the daily. So a nice impulsive close on the daily and the weekly. So for me this week, I'm still expecting more downward pressure to the downside on EU because you see price pumped above this level right here just a tad bit, but that's why you always look left to go right because all it did is it came up and retested this next structure point around here. All right, previous structure low here, retested that as resistance and then had a major rejection from that level. All right, so now seeing that, how could you trade this? For me, I would like to see a pullback. All right, that would be more ideal. So you can see this move, we had a breakdown. All right, so I would say it would be nice to see some type of correction. And on this correction, you could look for your potential continued moves to the downside. All right, so either wait for some type of correction, pullback, retest. All right, or if price doesn't pull back like that, then, you know, you would need, it'll be better to wait for price to actually break structure, forming a lower low here. If that happens, you can see if you can get a pullback, maybe a retest, and catch that next wave down. All right. Because looking at this on a weekly, with this giving us one more wave, all right, this could be coming back, looking to the left. Always look left to go right. All right, back around this structure here. All right, back around this structure in here, which could be anywhere from 1.15 even to really 1.14. All right, so we can see price potentially roll back down. Euro AUD. All right, EA continued this move down. And I remember, if you guys, I covered EA and I actually was giving sales out way up here on this retest. And you see price just had big moves to the downside from there. All right, dropping over 800 pips. All right, so now price is pulling down towards a major demand level. Looking to the left, you can look at the monthly, you can look at the weekly. All right, we're pumping towards this level where it's major buying pressure. All right, so I am expecting price to react around this level, but it's looking like we could get another wave down. Looking at the daily, All right, you still seeing these lower lows and lower highs, right? So lower highs, lower lows, all right, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, right? So price is still showing that structure to the downside. And we got here on the daily, we got this bearish engulfing. All right, so I'm still bearish to start this week. All right, looking at here, let's say like on a 4-hour, you could clearly see structure, right? These little bearish corrective flag moves when price just gave you those continuation moves to the downside, right? Little slight pullbacks, right? The price kept giving you to continue to break down. All right, here as well, slight corrective move. So I would look for something similar here if I was looking to trade this on a pullback. All right, so I would look for price to correct. If it corrects here, this can be your opportunity on this correction. All right, you will let price correct and look to sell to continue to break down. All right, so that's what I'm anticipating on EA, another wave down. But looking to the left, all right, once we get another wave down, we could come down into this demand level and then hold support, and then we could get a bounce there. All right, so I'm expecting this to come back down at least to 1.53 psychological level even. Anywhere between 1.53 and 1.525, we can see price, give you that continued rollover. Euro JPY. So EJ, this was given out in our VIP. We came about 10 pips shy at TP1. All right, but I'm still bearish this week. If you look here on the daily, looking to the left, price had a break, a nice impulsive break back below this structure level. And looking to the left, all right, this is a level that became resistance here when you had a big rollover. All right, you could look even further over. It was major supply structure here, and price had big sell-offs. So that's exactly where we're at now, where price is now rejecting from. This is this same level way over there. So that's why you always look left to go right. So what price did was we had a nice breakdown. All right, and price came back, retested this. Okay, and showing signs of more to the downside. So with this, if this pulls back, right here is finding some support. It's only Sunday. So if this pulls back some, that could be an opportunity there to catch that continuation move down. All right. So I definitely would say, look for more sales this week on EJ. All right. I'm expecting targets to be hit in VIP, So this could be a slight pullback, but overall, I'm looking for this to give us another corrective move down. Looking at this on a daily, I mean, we could roll back over to this structure point around here. Around there, then you could possibly bounce again. GU, all right, this is one of the top of my watch list this week. So if you look at this, look at the daily, all right, you can see structure. We were in a downtrend on the daily, all right, from this high of supply, lower high here. We had a big swing low there, all right, and price had a bigger corrective move up. Okay, so we could take this. All right, price forming a potential another lower high right here for a swing down. All right, so if I look at this, we had a nice, strong bearish engulfing rejection on the daily. All right, even if we look at this on the weekly, nice rejection candle on the weekly, really looking like an evening star rejection there on the weekly. All right, so we showing nice signs the price want to give us a continued roll over. Like for right now, I still see all the reasons to continue to look for sales on this. All right, so if you're not in this right now, I would say wait for a pullback or a retest. So something like this, you see prices already breaking down right here. So what I would do, a retest somewhere in here, right? Either around previous structure, low, or back towards structure. But overall, back towards, somewhere in here, it could be nice. But overall, I would look for a continuation down on that pullback. You could even take your fib from this swing high to this swing low. Anywhere from 50% to a 61.8, of course, would be ideal pullbacks. But look for that continued move down. All right, I would like to see price stay below this bearish engulfing on the daily, and overall, see this roll back down. All right, there's different points of target I would look at. Roughly down to 1.36 will be nice. All right, somewhere around that support, psychological level. All right, because you look to the left, it was a level of support here, right? Some support up in here, right? So that would be a nice target, 1.36. It could still, if it break through there, then we could come even lower. All right, and give us a swing down. Because looking at this on a weekly, we could roll all the way over, come back down towards these structures around 1.33. That's still possible. All right, but this week, continue sales on GU. GA. So GA similar to EA. All right. This just continued to roll over. And this was another one that I've been on. I've caught some sales to this downside. And you see here on the daily, we still continue to break structure. Look to the left. We broke below this structure right here. All right. So now, nice daily close. You look at the 4 hour. Nice continue, lower highs, right? Lower highs, price continue moving to the downside. Okay, this bearish engulfing close here, breaking structure. So a retest, something like this would be nice, right? I would look for a retest there, somewhere around there, and look for that continued wave down. Okay, so I would say, yeah, just continue to ride this trend. Also on the daily, it did break my daily trend line that I have. All right, so with the retest there, when price still holding, this could roll over and come back down anywhere between 1.81 to 1.807-ish, somewhere around there, but around this structure. All right, so that's GA. GBP Nzd, man, this was another one that really was a swing. If you guys remember me sending this out, price was up here a couple weeks ago, what, the 11th, around October 11th. All right, we now at the end of the month, but about 2 weeks ago, I was calling this out, cost sales up here. That thing kept swinging. All right, that's about, in 2 weeks, it's about 600 pips. It's not bad at all. All right, so a nice swing move. But we look to the left, price kept rolling over and breaking structure. So we broke this level of demand structure right there. All right, look at the daily, nice daily bearish rejection close, shooting star close. All right, so I would say continue to ride this wave to the downside, because that's the structure. That's what it's showing you. All right, continue to ride this out. So if this gives you a nice pullback here or a retest, like it's looked like it's setting up to do, I would say just continue to just catch that continuation down. All right, continue to ride that out. Now, if we look at this on the daily, it still can come lower. All right, still can come a lot lower, even on the weekly. I got this weekly trend line here, so this could possibly roll way over down to these levels. All right, around 1.87. That's a possible swing target. GJ. So GJ's at an interesting point. It has strong moves up, right? With the weakness of JPY these last couple of weeks, and price has moved the highest. It's really pumped the highest it's been since Brexit. All right. So now looking at this on the weekly, price is sitting around at the top of this previous level of structure resistance. All right, it's holding right there, and so it's holding right there at that level. So if you look at this on a daily, price is actually holding support. All right, it broke above here and it came back. Now it's retesting here. So this is an interesting level to watch for. All right, we could still possibly get a bigger corrective move down, but it's different ways that I would look at this. Because if you look at this here, okay, you see the lower highs, you see the swing down here. Okay. But now it's holding support. Now, if this was to just pull back and respect and reject, we could get another wave down. I would look for either something like that, or if it was to break this structure, then I would look for a pullback or a retest and catch that move down. All right. But I believe we have better pairs on the watch list than GJ that look better, like GU. But GJ, it's more so 50-50 because price could still very much well hold on this retest and give you a continued move up. All right, in order for it to continue down, I would need to see a break below this structure, then catch that pullback opportunity for possibly a bigger swing down. And last but not least, gold. So gold ended the week with a nice rejection on the daily. All right. See right here, it came to this level of structure where price had a sell-off in the past. It rejected right here and had a strong rejection. All right. So seeing here on the daily, we got a strong bearish close here on the daily. All right, we can go down to the smaller time frame, seeing how this is developing. For me, with this type of price action, I would still look for sales. Right. So on this pullback, price is pulling back now. All right, you see we had a strong breakdown here, break of structure, breaking my trend line. All right, so now on this pullback opportunity, I would look for a pullback for a continuation down. All right. So yeah, so with that, I would say let price correct some more, maybe around here, anywhere between 1790, around 1790 would be a nice potential area. All right, something like this. Let's price retest on the retest opportunity. Look for that potential continuation wave down. All right, because looking at that impulsive type rejection on the daily, I'm still looking for price to follow that after this pullback. All right. Excuse me. So those are the pairs on my watch list. Be tapped in. If you're not in the free Telegram, go on and check out the free Telegram. I send updates there, whether it's crypto, Forex. And if you're in a VIP, be tuned in the Discord. You know, I'm going to be looking for some nice setups for us this week. All right. And if you haven't, like and subscribe. You know, I'm going to get more content out there for you all. And, you know, let's kill this week. It's looking like a good week. You know, less is more. I believe less is more. Let's look for the right setup. Let the pair come to us and let's execute, catch our pips, and get out the market. All right. See you all in the next one.